It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor. Thomas and Percy were busy shunting cars at Brendam Docks.
Watch out, Percy! Cars coming through!
But they were being a little silly.
You two are gonna cause an accident.
We're being careful, Cranky. Yes, very careful. Here comes another car, Thomas!
But Thomas and Percy weren't really being very careful.
And some for you, Percy! Thomas!
Oh, what did I tell you?
Look! A metal man! A robot! A robot?
Silly tank engines. That's not a robot. It's a suit of armor, like a knight wears. I hope you haven't damaged it.
I don't think we have. It's moving! It's all right, Percy. It's only a suit of armor. But who does it belong to?
Thomas had been sent to the washdown with Annie and Clarabelle. But Thomas and his coaches weren't the only ones there.
Why are we all being sent to the washdown today?
Something must be happening. It must be a special day.
I heard that Spencer was coming from the mainland.
I hope we're not all having a wash for Spencer. I heard that he's bringing a very important passenger. James is right. We do have a special visitor today. My old friend, the Earl of Sodor, is coming home to the island after traveling the world for many years. Every engine and every station must look its best for his arrival.
Thomas and his friends were very excited. They had never met the Earl before. All the engines and all the guests were waiting for Spencer to arrive with the Earl.
Here they come!
Ladies and gentlemen, engines and coaches, I give you Sir Robert Norramby, Earl of Sodor.
Oh, a celebration! How splendid!
We have gathered here, Sir Robert, to celebrate...
No. You carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt. And I promised Millie I'd be at the estate by 2.
Really?
Enjoy your party. It sounds like great fun. Goodbye.
Millie? Who's Millie?
Don't ask me. I've never heard of her.
Oh, dear. Sorry I'm late. Has the Earl arrived yet?
Been and gone, Percy. Been and gone.
The next morning, Sir Topham Hatt sent Thomas to Brendam Docks to collect a shipment for the Earl.
Goodbye, Cranky!
See you later, Thomas. Don't go breaking any more crates now.
Thomas climbed slowly up the steep slope to the Earl's estate.
order! Aha! My first shipment has arrived! Millie!
Coming, sir. I thought I'd seen a steamy on its way up.
Hello? Are you Millie?
That's me. I run the estate railway for the Earl, and you must be Thomas.
I am, but I don't remember seeing you before.
That's hardly surprising. The Earl's been away for such a long time, and I've been stuck in my shed. But I'm out again now, Thomas, and ready to roll.
Hold still, Millie! We're loading!
Oh, sorry, sir.
Oh no! That's the same crate I dropped at the docks. The one with the suit of armor in it.
And very old and precious it is, too. Oh, but it's also rather strong, Thomas, so no harm done. Put the armor up here with me, boys. He can be my guard. Thank you, Thomas. Ah, if only I had King Godred's golden crown. That's the one thing that's missing to complete my plan.
Goodbye, Thomas.
Goodbye!
Thomas was left wondering about the Earl's plan and the King's golden crown. One evening, at the Vicarstown Rolling Bridge, a certain silver streamlined engine came back to the island.
Spencer!
Back so soon?
The Earl has borrowed me again from the Duke and Duchess of Boxford to act as his private engine.
Most engines have really useful work to do, such as pulling express trains or hauling heavy goods.
Being a private engine is really useful, Gordon. Earls and dukes only appreciate the finest engines. And the fastest.
You're not the fastest, Spencer. I am. That's why I pull the express.
I'm obviously faster than you are. Can't you see? I'm streamlined.
Maybe you should have a race to prove it.
I'd be delighted.
So would I. First thing in the morning, shall we say?
The next morning, Percy brought Gordon his coaches.
Where's Spencer? I thought we were having a race. The express always leaves on time.
Maybe he was scared you'd win.
That sounds about right.
Morning, Gordon. Shall we see who's the fastest then?
Wait! That's not fair! Nobody said we were starting!
Gordon hurried after Spencer. But it was hard to build up speed with 4 heavy coaches behind him. He was just catching up when Spencer pulled off the main line towards the Earl's estate.
Where are you going? I'd nearly caught up with you!
Never mind. I'm afraid I have to be really useful now. Perhaps we can have a proper race another day.
Later that morning, Percy was shunting cars at Brendam Docks when he noticed an engine hiding behind some crates.
Ah! I say, what was that for?
Oh, I thought you were Thomas. What are you doing here, Spencer? Have you come to shunt cars?
I certainly have not. I've brought the Earl here on important business with the dock manager.
Oh, Too bad. I thought they were making you a goods engine now, so you could be really useful.
Ha!
In the afternoon, Thomas met Spencer at the Blue Mountain Quarry.
Hello, Spencer. Have you come to carry stone?
Certainly not. I am on important business with the Earl.
Okay, Spencer, back up!
You are pulling stone, Spencer. That is really useful.
Oh, this is no job for a splendid engine like me.
Earls only appreciate the finest engines. Remember?
As Thomas watched Spencer go, he couldn't help wondering what the Earl wanted with big blocks of stone. The other engines were curious too.
I heard he ordered rails and sleepers. He must be laying a new railway line.
You don't need big blocks of stone to build a railway line, Percy.
You do if you're building a bridge, Gordon. Or a new station.
But why would he want a station at the estate, Hero? Hardly anybody goes there.
Just then, Toby arrived with a very important message.
Henry's broken down.
Don't tell me he needs special coal again.
No, Gordon. That was fixed years ago. He's burst his safety valve. And Sir Topham Hatt wants Percy to pull his heavy goods train to the Earl's estate.
Bust my buffers. I'm going to the Earl's estate. I can find out what he's really building.
But Percy isn't strong enough to pull a heavy goods train, Toby.
I'm only delivering the message.
Percy arrived at Brendam Docks. Poor Henry was stuck on a siding with his broken safety valve. Percy was very excited. He had never pulled a long, heavy goods train before.
Hello, James. Guess what? I'm going to the Earl's estate. Sir Topham Hatt has asked me to take this heavy goods train there.
Think again, Percy. Sir Topham Hatt asked me to pull this train, not you.
But Toby said I was to take it.
Toby? Since when does he tell other engines what to do?
Hello, everyone. Sir Topham Hatt has sent me to take this heavy goods train to the Earl's estate. But he's already asked me.
No, Percy. You said Toby asked you.
James stubbornly backed into position to pull the long train.
James, that's not fair.
So Thomas and Percy pulled in front of him.
Get out of the way! This is my train!
No, James. Sir Topham Hatt said.
Hello, Percy, Thomas, and James. I'm glad to see you're all ready to go.
Ready to go, sir?
Tell them to move, sir. They're blocking my way.
Please, sir. Tell us who you'd like to pull this heavy goods train.
Why, all of you, of course. This train is much too heavy for any of you to pull alone. You'll have to work together.
Together?
Together?
Together.
So Percy, Thomas, and James were all coupled to the cars, and off they went to the Earl's estate. As the engines approached the Earl's estate, they saw new rails and wooden sleepers, stone and building materials. Then Thomas saw his old friend Jack, the front loader.
Jack! What are you doing here?
Hello, Thomas. I'm helping the Earl with his new building project. He's restoring Ulfstead Castle.
Fizzling fireboxes.
So that's what he's building.
Wow.
I better get back to my job. There's still a lot of work to do.
The heavy goods train was split up. James and Percy took the building materials, while Thomas shunted the crates and containers onto a new siding.
Oh, hold on now. That crate was meant to go to the steamworks, Thomas.
The steam works? Oh, but what is it, sir?
Is it something for Victor?
For Victor? Can I take it? Please, sir, please! I can take it!
I think the Earl would prefer a splendid engine like me to take it, wouldn't you, sir?
If you're all so curious, why don't we take it together?
You don't need 3 engines to pull one flatbed.
Okay, James, you can stay behind.
No! I want to come too! Wait for me!
At the steamworks, Victor was surprised to see Thomas, James, and Percy.
Hello, my friends. What is this thing in a crate that takes so many engines to deliver?
We don't know what it is, Victor. The Earl hasn't told us.
I love a good surprise. Don't you? Take her up, boys!
Wow!
Meet my friend, Stephen!
Surprise!
Hello, Stephen. I've never seen an engine like you before.
You mean an engine with woodworm and rust holes? Nobody's seen me in a long time. I haven't turned my wheels in years.
I'm not surprised. You know, I think there's something wrong with your boiler.
And your funnel, not to mention your paintwork.
There's a bit of work to do, but he's beautiful, isn't he?
Well, he will be soon. Don't worry, my friend. We'll have you fixed up in no time.
Well, goodbye for now.
Goodbye. See you soon. See you later.
Goodbye, Stephen.
Sir, I was wondering, well, all of the engines are wondering, what is your plan? Why are you rebuilding the castle and laying new tracks? And what's inside all your crates?
All in good time, Thomas. You'll find out soon enough. It's all part of my big surprise.
What about Stephen, sir? Is he part of the big surprise, too?
I have a special job for Stephen. A very special job. But it's best not to say anything to him just yet, Thomas. There's a lot of work to do before he can start.
Okay, sir. I won't say anything. I promise.
That night, in Tidmouth Sheds, Thomas, Percy, and James told the other engines about Stephen.
What did he look like again?
He had wood round his boiler and a crooked funnel.
And he looked like he'd been left in a scrapyard for a long time, too.
He's an old design, older than any engine I've ever seen.
I'd like to see him for myself.
So would I.
The next morning, Henry was still having trouble with his safety valve.
Oh, I can't build up any steam.
Don't worry, Henry. I'll shunt you to the steamworks. Victor will have you fixed up in no time.
Emily was very happy to take Henry to the steamworks. She wanted to see the old-fashioned engine. But when she arrived, she couldn't see any engines at all.
Hello? Anybody here?
Hello! Up here!
Hello! I'm Emily. Oh, and this is Henry.
I'm Stephen. Pleased to meet you. What are you doing up there? They're turning me into an aeroplane.
Really?
No! They want to examine my undercarriage. And they're repairing my wheels, too.
Emily wasn't the only engine who wanted to see Stephen.
Fizzling fireboxes. What brings you all here? Do you all need repairs?
That is...
I came here to bring Henry, Victor. He needs his safety valve mended.
Well, I was coughing soot from my funnel the other day.
My brakes feel a bit sticky, but actually, we all just came to see Stephen, Victor.
So did we.
Did you really all come to see me?
Yes, Stephen. We've never seen an engine like you before. Are you really very, very old?
Stephen is one of the first steamies ever built.
Victor's right. I've been around a long time, and I wasn't always this rusty either. I remember when most railways didn't have any engines, and the trains were pulled by horses. We steam engines were the latest thing, and people were worried about us. We didn't always work right, or at all. We were brand new and experimental, but we soon proved we were stronger and faster than horses. And I was lightning fast. Yow! They called me the Rocket. We used to have races. People would line the track to watch. I went to work at the mines, and later at the docks. My pistons were pumping. I could pull 4 wagons at one time. Oh, but engines have changed a little since then. You new engines are so fast and so strong. That's why I don't work anymore.
Did you ever see knights in shining armor?
No, I may be old, but I'm not that old. And before you ask, I never saw dinosaurs either. Oh, don't feel bad. What's your name?
I'm Percy.
Don't feel bad, Percy. Asking questions is always a good way to learn new things.
Over the coming weeks, everyone at the steamworks worked hard to restore the old engine. Thomas and his friends came by whenever they could. They wanted to see how the work was progressing. Soon, Stephen looked shiny and new. Henry's valve had finally been fixed. He was ready to go back to his job. Stephen was eager to find out about his job too.
Do you know what my new job is, Victor?
Sorry, my friend. I don't know anything about it.
How about you, Kevin?
Sorry, Stephen. I don't even know what your old job was.
Just be patient, my friend. I'm sure someone will come and tell you what to do.
But Stephen wasn't feeling patient. He was feeling excited.
I can't just sit around and do nothing. I'm bursting with steam now. I have to get up and go. Bye, Victor. Bye, Kevin.
Stephen, where are you going?
So, like a brave knight of old, Stephen set off on a quest to find his new job.
So guys, what are you taking part in the grand opening event?
I'll be taking the VIP with Serto from hat.
I'll be taking the red, yellow and golden flags for the event. And wearing the king costume for the event too.
But where will the event be?
I'll be at Ulfsted near Moron.
Are we driving there?
I think we will be catching a plane. And have to ride in Thomas the Tank Engine.
But we have to take the orange car to the airport with us.
You're right, T.E.
Stephen was heading up to the Blue Mountain Quarry.
There's always plenty of work for extra engines in a quarry.
But the Blue Mountain Quarry was much bigger and noisier than any quarry Stephen had ever seen before.
Hello there.
Hello.
My name's Luke. Who are you?
I'm Stephen. I'm looking for my new job. Could it be here?
Well, I'm not sure, really.
We can always use another engine. But are you really strong enough for this kind of work?
Strong? I used to pull 4 wagons at a time when I worked at the mines. Give me a chance and you'll see. I want to be really useful again.
Okay, then. No harm in that.
Stephen was coupled to a long line of cars loaded with slate.
Take it away, Stephen.
But they were too heavy. The men uncoupled one of the cars, and Stephen tried again. And again. And again. Until Stephen finally managed to pull one car forward.
There we go. I told you I could do it. Now, watch how fast I can go.
Be careful on the corner, Stephen.
Look out!
But it was too late. As Stephen came to the bend, the heavy car pushed him forward and nearly ran him off the rails.
Oh!
I'm sorry, Stephen. You seem like a nice engine, but I don't think there's a job for you here.
Oh, the wagons I pulled at the mines weren't as heavy as the ones you have here. They were a lot smaller, too. Do you know of any mines around here?
Oh, well, there used to be an old mine near Ulfstead Castle ruins, but, I don't think anyone works there anymore.
Oh, maybe I'll take a look for myself. Goodbye.
Hero was very happy to be coming back to Sodor from the mainland. When?
Oh, my!
James was very happy to be having a washdown. When?
What was that?
Gordon and Spencer were very happy to be racing each other again. When?
Who was that? Don't ask me. I've never seen.
The two speedy engines were waiting at a red signal. They were both streamlined like Spencer.
Hello there. I'm Connor.
And I'm Caitlin. We've come for the opening of Ulfstead Castle to bring passengers from the mainland.
This is our test run and time trial. We're having a little race. Care to join us?
Well, I have to get back to Knapford, actually.
Yes, I'm afraid I have work to do, too. We never race.
No, we're far too busy for racing.
Suit yourselves!
Stephen was on the slope below the castle when he noticed the track to the old mine.
Right. This may well be my last chance. Best try to make a good show of myself.
Stephen made his way along the overgrown track. But when he finally reached the entrance to the mine, he found it was boarded up.
It's true. Nobody works here anymore. Oh, Thomas was wrong. There isn't a job for me anywhere. I'm too slow, old, and weak.
Soon Thomas was back in the yard, shunting trucks again.
I don't get it. Why did she try to push you off the docks?
I don't know, Percy. Maybe she was jealous. Or maybe she's just a very pushy engine.
But then, why did she rescue you?
Don't ask me, Percy. I don't know anything about her.
My advice to you, Thomas, is to keep away from her. Engines like that are nothing but trouble.
Hey Jess, guess what? The grand opening will come in 2 days.
Jobs for plenty, 5, 10, 20 jobs for everyone. Jobs galore and still there's more jobs that must be done. Train it, crane it, you name it, then we all can say the time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day.
There's jobs for mainland engines and narrow gauge as well. Jobs for workmen in the woods with trees to clear and fell.
And guess who's trying hardest to do more than the rest? It's Thomas, but the others know they all will do their best. Jobs are plenty, 5, 10, 20 jobs for everyone. Jobs galore and still there's more jobs that must be done. Train it, crane it, you name it, then we all can say the time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day.
Emily and Gordon take fallen trees and rocks. James and Edward bringing stone while Henry's at the docks. And Toby drops a workman to work with Jack and Nat.
When Percy drops supplies, no time to rest at Tidmouth. Jobs are plenty, 5, 10, 20 jobs for everyone. Jobs galore and still there's more jobs that must be done. Train it, crane it, you name it, then we all can say the time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day.
Stanley was a rival, but now they're best of friends.
They helped each other out and that's what matters in the end. Jobs are plenty, 5, 10, 20 jobs for everyone. Jobs galore and still there's more jobs that must be done. Train it, crane it, you name it, then we all can say the time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day. Jobs are plenty, 5, 10, 20 jobs for everyone. Jobs galore and still there's more jobs that must be done. Train it, crane it, you name it, then we all can say the time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day. The time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day. The time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day. The time forgot will shine like new on Sodor Day.
That night, all the other engines were asleep in their sheds. But not Thomas. Jack and Alfie had already loaded their cars of rubble. If I shunt all the freight cars away to the sidings, the tracks will be clear in the morning. Then everyone will like me again. Thomas wanted to do something to get his old job back. So Thomas started to shunt the freight cars away. Thomas worked very hard. He felt very pleased with himself. Then Thomas saw one last freight car. It had rolled in front of an old mine shaft. "I'll soon fix that," Thomas smiled. Then there was trouble. Thomas biffed the car too hard. It rolled forward and disappeared into the mine. "Cinders and ashes," exclaimed Thomas. "Where did that freight car go?" Thomas rolled forward and peered inside. It was very dark. "I must finish the job," he huffed. "I'll soon find that car." And Thomas puffed into the mine. It was very dark. Thomas was happy he had a bright lamp. He saw the freight car rolling away. Then it disappeared around a bend. "Bust my buffers," puffed Thomas. "I'd better go after it." The slope was very steep. Thomas whizzed down it and clattered around the bend. Up Thomas whooshed and down he whizzed. Whee! Thomas whistled and whoa! He cried. It was very scary, but it was very exciting. Thomas had almost caught up to the freight car. "You won't get away from me," he whistled happily. But Thomas didn't see the junction ahead. The freight car whizzed down the right track and Thomas sped down the left. Thomas had lost the runaway car. But his roller coaster ride was so much fun. Thomas soon forgot about the freight car. Then there was trouble. The tunnel ahead was blocked. "Oh no!" cried Thomas. He applied his brakes, but it was too late. Thomas crashed straight through the blocked tunnel. With a mighty splash, Thomas landed in a pool of water. "Oh, frizzling fireboxes! This tunnel is flooded!" he gasped. It didn't feel fun anymore. It felt scary. "I wish I was back at Great Waterton," he wished quietly. Thomas drifted slowly forward. There was nothing he could do. "Cinders and ashes," Thomas gasped as he floated along the tunnel. He tooted as loudly as he could. "Help!" he cried. But there was no one there to hear his whistle. "No one will find me now," Thomas wailed. "No one will want to find me."
Ah, time for bed. I have to pack my stuff tomorrow afternoon. Then I have to get some sleep tomorrow early night.
Hello? Have you seen Thomas, Percy? He didn't wait for my passengers today.
Thomas? Thomas left Annie and Clarabelle in the yard, but I don't know where he went after that.
Thomas! Where is Thomas? He coupled fish cars to the back of the express today. Just wait until I catch up with him.
Has anybody seen Thomas? I have a goods train I want him to take to Alsborough for me.
The river was rushing, and Thomas whooshed with it off into the darkness. Suddenly, he crashed through a thick wall of bushes. He flew across a ravine and hit the ground with a bump. Thomas slid down a hill. Trees and rocks were everywhere. "Help!" Thomas cried. At last, Thomas slithered to a stop at the bottom of the hill. He was stuck. Thomas saw he had landed next to an old track. "But how am I going to get onto it?" he cried. Thomas could do nothing but wait and hope. Stanley had to get back to Great Waterton. "I'll blow my whistle one last time," Stanley wished, and he whistled loud and long. This time, Thomas heard the whistle. "It's Stanley!" he gasped. With his very last puff and his very last huff, Thomas blew his whistle as loud as he could. Stanley heard Thomas. Quickly, he reversed back to the branch line. Thomas! He whistled happily. Is that you? Thomas had run out of puff. He couldn't whistle again. He could only wait. Then Thomas saw Stanley chuffing around the bend. "Stanley," he cried, "I'm very happy to see you." "Thomas," whistled Stanley, "where have you been? Did you run away?" "No," tooted Thomas sadly. "I was trying to be a really useful engine." Then Thomas told Stanley all about his adventure in the mine. Stanley was amazed. "Stanley," tooted Thomas, "I'm sorry that I was horrible to you. I was wrong, and I was silly to be cross that you were in charge. I want to be your friend." Stanley smiled. "Thomas," he wished, "we will be friends, and I'll have you back on that track in no time." Soon, Stanley was hooked up to Thomas. Then Stanley huffed and puffed. Thomas was very heavy. There was a lot of water in his firebox. Stanley didn't give up. "I can do it," he wished. And with a mighty heave, Stanley pulled his friend back onto the track. "Hooray!" tooted Thomas.
I'm going to the airport. Come on, Jess. Let's go to the airport.
Come on, guys. We got a plane to catch. We finally raced toward the castle, gang.
The next day was the opening of Ulfstead Castle. Guests came from all over the island, and the mainland as well.
See, Thomas? The metal man really is alive. It's waving. Don't be silly, Percy. A suit of armor can't wave. What?
Ta-da!
Well, not all by itself.
Ladies and gentlemen, engines and coaches, I'd like to welcome you all to Ulfstead Castle. There is still work to do, but I hope to be able to restore King Godred's castle and grounds to their full former glory. And now, let me introduce my special steam engine, Stephen! Yay! You'll find that Stephen is an expert on history, having seen quite a lot of it himself. And along with Millie, he'll be more than happy to show you around Ulfstead Castle and the estate. Not only that, Stephen is responsible for finding something I thought was lost forever. King Godred's Golden Crown!
I'm sorry, Stephen. If I hadn't said anything about your job...
If it wasn't for you, I would still be trapped in there. And if I wasn't in the mine, I would never have found the King's Crown.
Ladies and gentlemen, in days of old, the Knights of Sodor would race between the island's castles. Today, we propose to race two of our own shining knights in armor, Connor and Caitlin!
Hey, Spencer and Gordon. Why don't you race too?
Come on, you'll love it.
That's a splendid idea. Only if Sir Topham agrees, of course.
Well, since we are celebrating a special occasion, Maybe just this once.
Knights in shining armor! On your marks, get set, go!